Well, it is Tuesday, it is Halloween, and we have a spooktacular pet of the week. Joining me now is the Roadogs Rescue. Its primary mission is to rescue and rehab bulldogs and puppies with medical issues. And I'm joined now by Nikki. Nikki, thanks for joining us today. Explain why your focus is on those particular breeds of dogs.
Well, I think it's because they're so popular, but a lot of the time people don't realize what they're getting into with them. I call them the lovable lemons of the canine world because they are known for having a lot of health issues, like breathing, skin, eyes, nose, you name it. Bulldogs and the brachycephalic breeds have it, basically.
And that obviously can be very expensive, so you probably also have people who get them and then surrender them because they don't want to keep up with the cost.
Yeah, and even more so, like when I first started in rescue, you didn't used to see them in the shelters. Now the shelters are getting so many bulldogs, so many Frenchies, so many pugs. It's really sad.
Now I know you have some ambassadors here, but you also have a pet who's up for adoption. Who's who?
Yeah, so Mork is one of our ambassadors, and then Paloma Pixie Dust is one of our ambassadors, and then Waverly is one of our more recent rescues that will be up for adoption. She basically ended up in the shelter with really bad ears because through neglect. So she's had to have her ear canals removed, and then they sew the ears shut, so she's completely deaf.
So she can't hear.
She can't hear, but she's up for adoption. So she's a sweetie.
Can you tell us about her? Who she'd be good with? Families, kids?
I think she'd be good with sort of a family with older kids. Just because she's deaf, I'm always worried about toddlers surprising them and stuff. But she's doing great with the other dogs in the foster home, and she's really sweet and mellow. Right now she's chewing her paws. But she's pretty chill. She's probably about 4 years old, so a mellow, easygoing household that likes to sort of include their dogs and things, I think would be good.
Well, and this is a lot. You know, we have really bright lights. She's around all these big cameras, people she's never seen before, and the fact that she's doing so well, she just hopped onto this dog bed and she's doing great.
Yeah, she's pretty easygoing for sure.
And if someone's interested in adopting her, learning more about your rescue, how can they do that?
The best way is for people to follow us on social media, Road Dogs on Instagram or Facebook, but they can also fill out an app on our website, Road Dogs, and that's where all our adoptable dogs are and stuff that they can see.
And I want to show this one. I know this is an ambassador, but the cutest, but also most unique looking dog I've seen in a long time. What can you tell me about this one?
Well, Mork came from the meat trade in China. He was from a meat truck, and so yeah, he became very popular because people thought he looked like Baby Yoda.
He does.
So
that's what I was thinking.
That's why he's dressed as Baby Yoda for Halloween.
So people can see your little face.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
So he's got his little Baby Yoda outfit on right now. But yeah, he's a symbol for what we do, and that our message is sort of compassion and kindness and acceptance, and that so many of these dogs have issues or they look a bit different. We take disabled dogs and neuro dogs, and so it's really about spreading a message of love and compassion and joy. Like Mork just makes people smile. So.
He does. I mean, as soon as I saw him, and he has these kind of like chicken feet. And yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you, Paloma. You are adorable as well.
And that's one of the reasons why we did the ambassador thing, is that we wanted to do something called pop-up pups, where we can bring the dogs to people, like if they're having an event or a party and they want to include like a rescue aspect. These are great little, I mean, who couldn't resist this little face at their party?
I know, with their little smush noses. And just so people understand, you rehab these animals before you adopt them out. So people are getting, they may be medically complex, but they're healthy.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes they will have an ongoing issue, but most of the time, that's why it's so great to adopt from a rescue, because we get them, we spend all the money on them, and then someone else can get a dog for their family, and they don't have to worry too much about what they need to do.
Yeah, and all they have to do is love them. Well, thank you so much for being here.